So specifically, New York State of Mind. That's a lot of pressure. Like, that's a lot of pressure, like New York State of Mind. Like, the beat, the sound, like New York State of Mind. Billy Joel, like yo, New York State of Mind. Give me the science, give me the ingredients of the song.
Clink, Blank Canvas. That was the second record I did. Represent was the first one, but not the one on the album. It was a jazz bass line. And that was the first one we did. But then when Q-Tip and Pete came in, and we were always in communication with each other, and Nas was like, yo, check out the beat Pete Rock just gave me. And I heard, and he already had it formatted with the Whose World Is This? Because Nas asked him to sing it. And I was just like, yo, man, this is better than mine. I got to change my shit. So I changed mine to the one that's on the album, which is really a remix because Nas liked the bassline one. I had to convince him, like, yo, this is definitely the one. He was like, I don't like this one as much as the bassline one. I'm like, nah, this is the one. And we just kept tugging until we got it to where he went ahead and accepted that one. So once I heard The World Is Yours, then, because he had already tagged me to do 3. So
you knew you were going to do 3 songs on the record?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the second one was New York State of Mind, and that's when he came in, and we were just fishing through records. Me and him, he just sitting there dropping. I'm just dropping the needle, and I pulled up the Joe Chambers record, and I cleared it so I could say the name. You know, I don't like to get off sample, but we cleared it. So it's Joe Chambers, everybody.
Yes.
And we're thumbing around. And
what's the first part? What's the Joe Chambers sample?
Like the piano.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we just heard that, because first it goes, and then all of a sudden it goes, it just breaks down all of a sudden. You know, if you were just to listen to that, I mean, it's really noisy, you would have been like, skip the next record. But let it play for just a couple more seconds, and it just goes, and it calms down. We both look at each other like, yo, wind that back. He said, you can flip that. I said, hold on. Put it in my sampler. My homie Panch, he said, watching me do it, he said, I'm going, and then the beat plays. So he's always tripping off how it's just a little funny, you know, just, and then all of a sudden you're playing, now it's doing that, you know, so.
And when you're doing that, when you're making specifically like New York State of Mind, and you're hearing that, and it's sounding like fucking shit.
Well, that's me just putting it into the machine.
But you're clear. You have a clear set goal. You're not like you know, like, but it has to sort of go to get to something.
I call it experiment mode. That's what I call it. I'm experimenting because it might not work. Only part I already had rolling was the ding, 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 ding. You know, the part at the beginning when he's like, you know, it's time. Straight out the fucking Dungeons of Rap. That part I already had, but that's all I had. You know,
you just had that as a potential something.
I was like, I'm very good at knowing what tempo I want it to be, and I was like, I already did Represent, and that's more up tempo. So I was like, I want to get one that's just, I like slow beats, you know, just because I drive a lot. I love driving and just blasting music. It's just a thing. Sometimes I just like drive for hours and just be by myself. Because if you ride with somebody, they talk in the middle of it. It's like, oh man, enjoy this. So I just drive by myself a lot and just blast my music. So, and not my music that I make. I like listening to other people's stuff.
I got you.
But
so was that rhyme written? Was his verses?
Nah,
then go ahead. So then what happened?
So then once I got the where I'm gonna catch it, he's like,
and he starts writing.
He always sits at the desk and he always, I don't know, I still haven't asked him why does he do this. He starts doing this and going blah, 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 blah. Maybe because while the music's kind of loud in the room, I guess doing this you can hear yourself. Maybe I never even say, yo, why do you do that? All the years I've known Nas, at least from those albums, at least the first three albums we worked on, he's always at the front of the desk going rah, 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 and just like he's rapping into his hand. Next thing you know, he's ready to cut the first verse. And once he cut the first verse, he did it in one take. And one thing I love about it, which I've said in other interviews, is I love how he's looking at the paper And when he said straight out the fucking dungeons of rap where fake niggas don't make it back, I'm getting ready to count him in, but he's not looking. He goes, I don't know how to start this. And you hear him say that.
I don't know how to start this. Rappers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythm I be kicking. Musician, inflicting composition of pain. I'm like Scarface sniffing cocaine, holding an M16. See with the pen I'm extreme. Now bullet holes left in my peak holes. I'm suited up with street clothes. Hand me a 9 and out defeat foes. Y'all know my stilo with or without the airplay. I keep some E and J sitting bent up in the stairway, or either on the corner betting grants with the CeeLo champs, laughing at bass heads, trying to sell some broken amps. G-packs get off quick forever. Niggas talk shit, reminiscing about the last time the task force flipped.
Yo, man, you know, so he looked, because my booth is right here, and the board is literally at an angle sideways, so I'm that close to just, if I'm sitting there at the board, he's literally right here in the glass. So I'm sitting there going, 2, 3, you know, like, let's go. Because I have it recording already.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, because sometimes you get the best take from practicing it. Because if you practice it sometimes, you nail it, and then when you're ready to do it, now you're doing too much to make it exact.
Too cutesy.
You don't get the same feel. And I'm more of a feel person. If it don't feel right, I'm like, yo, let's cut it again. And I could do it again. I'm like, yo, I'm the coach. I hear you. I'm listening to you. It's not better than that take. You know,
I love this shit so fucking much. I can't tell you how much I love. Like you making my heart race hearing these stories. I fucking love this shit.